potential profits, tax liabilities arising from a trade or business carried by Charities of Hong Kong, Part 3, narrated by JLIAACEA. 13 November 2023. The following are strong indicia of business. A. The number of properties let is substantial and the charity has engaged some staff to handle tenancies and to deal with the tenants. B. Additional service or facilities are provided by the charity as landlord with the properties let. Or C. Letting by the charity in the course of selling properties which constitutes a trade. If a charity's property letting or subletting activities amount to carrying on a trade or business in Hong Kong which does not satisfy all of the conditions under the proviso to Section 88 of the Ordinance, any profits derived thereform will be subject to profit tax under Section 14(1) of the Ordinance. Charity investing activities. A charity may deal with its funds in order to better finance its charitable activities in future. It may deposit its funds with banks or invest them in financial assets, example, treasury bonds, and receive interest income. Whatever a charity is carrying on a trade or business when it deals with its funds depends on the facts of the particular case. It is essentially a question of fact and degree. If a charity's dealing with its funds amounts to carrying on a trade or business in Hong Kong which does not satisfy all of the conditions under the proviso to Section 88 of the Ordinance, any profits derived therefrom will be subject to profit tax under Section 14(1) of the Ordinance. Then set certain income, gains or profits, example, interest on deposit placed in Hong Kong with an authorized institution, and interest, profits or gains from qualifying debt instruments issued on or after 1st April 2018 are specifically exempt from profits tax under the existing provisions of the Ordinance. Duty to informed chargeability to tax. Pursuant to Section 51(2) of the Ordinance, a person, including a charity, chargeable to tax for a year of assessment is required to inform the Inland Revenue Department in writing that the person is so chargeable not later than 4 months after the end of the basis period for that year of assessment, unless the person has already been required to furnish a tax return. Inland Revenue Department's power to raise assessments, additional assessments. Under the Section 60(1) of the Ordinance, the Inland Revenue Department is empowered to raise an assessment and or additional assessment on any person, including charities, that carry on a trade or business not fulfilling the proviso to Section 88 of the Ordinance, which has not been assessed or has been assessed at least that the proper amount within the year of assessment or within 6 years after the expiration thereof. Objections. If a charity is aggrieved by any profit tax assessment made under the Ordinance, it may object to the assessment by giving a written notice of objection to the Commissioner of Inland Revenue within 1 month after the date of issue of the notice of assessment and stating specifically the grounds of objection in the notice in accordance with Section 64 of the Ordinance. For enquiries, please contact 852-2594-5286.